What's up guys, it's Mike with Apple Informed. Welcome to your weekly recap where we cover all the Apple news that surfaced last week. So let's jump right into it with some 2018 iPhone rumors. Some reports are surfacing that say the iPhones for this year will be available to pre-order on September 14th. So this is coming from a few German tech blogs who reportedly have heard word from some German carriers that they will be preparing their websites for increased traffic flow on the 14th. A lot of websites do this as they're preparing for all the people to visit their website to buy the new iPhones. They do this just so their websites don't crash. So this would follow previous patterns where Apple opens up pre-orders Fridays at midnight, which gives Apple a week to ship the iPhones around the world for delivery a week later on the following Friday. With a pre-order date on the 14th, we can expect a keynote probably on September 12th, since Apple never holds keynotes on September 11th. We can expect an announcement of the keynote very soon, but we don't have any word of the special event as of now. We also have reports from Bloomberg that say we could see a new low-end refresh MacBook Air with a Retina display as early as October. So the MacBook Air is the only MacBook and one of the only Apple devices in 2018 to not support the Retina display, which is kind of surprising considering it's one of the best-selling MacBooks to date. So this would definitely be a welcome change if Apple brought the Retina display to the MacBook Air. So the one thing that stands out in this report is that it will have a lower price tag than the 12-inch MacBook. So this could increase sales of the MacBook Air even more than they are right now. So this would definitely be marketed at students and people on a budget, as the smaller price tag is going to appeal to a wide group of people. So the report also says that alongside the MacBook Air, we could see a new refreshed Mac Mini featuring a faster CPU, faster memory, and a faster and upgraded SSD. So these new Macs will reportedly be announced in a keynote, like I said, in October. We will not see these new Macs announced alongside the new iPhones. Moving on Tuesday morning, Apple removed 14 watch bands from their website. They're no longer for sale. So this hints at a refresh coming in September alongside the new Apple Watch Series 4 that we're all expecting. So usually Apple Watch bands sell out or they're taken off the store before a refresh. So this is definitely good news for people who are wanting a new watch band color and a new style. Aside from new product rumors, Tim Cook this week has been awarded the Tenure and Performance Award, which includes 560,000 shares of Apple stock being awarded to him. This is valued at over 120 million US dollars. That is incredible. On Thursday, we also saw an interesting report showing why users switch from iOS to Android and vice versa. Some of the highlights show user experience being a factor when switching from Android to iOS, and price being a major factor when switching from iOS to Android. Quite an interesting report, and I will have it linked below. Also on Thursday, Apple seeded the 10th beta of iOS 12 and the 8th public beta of iOS 12. You can check out our separate video right here on the Apple Informed YouTube channel. Performance and battery life seemed excellent in our tests with iOS 12, proving to be ready for a final release. The Gold Master of iOS 12 is expected to bring new wallpapers and more stability improvements. So the GM release of iOS 12 is always released a few minutes after the keynote in September. So we are expecting the September keynote to be on September 12th. So of course we can expect the iOS 12 Gold Master to be released on that day as well. In iPhone upgrade news, T-Mobile customers in the United States can now join the iPhone upgrade program online, a process that previously required visiting an Apple store. So this is a major convenience for customers that don't live near an Apple store that want to join the iPhone upgrade program if you are a T-Mobile customer. So let us know in the comments what you think of this if you are a T-Mobile customer in the US. On Friday, we saw a leaked case of the 2018 iPad Pro model. The image shows an inconspicuous hole on the bottom, probably for an accessory that will be announced alongside the iPad Pro. I can't really guess what this hole will be for, and I guess we'll have to find out later. One thing that does stand out in the image is a cutout for the smart connector is actually on the right side of the iPad. All iPad Pro models to date have had a smart connector on the left side, so a very interesting change, and we'll definitely have more developments to come, and I will have news on this channel in a later video. Finally, in some Apple nostalgia news, Friday marked the 7-year anniversary that Steve Jobs resigned as CEO and recommended Tim Cook as his successor. It really doesn't seem like 7 years ago, but time definitely does go by fast. We all still remember when Steve Jobs would take the stage with all of Apple's exciting announcements. It really hasn't been the same since he passed away, and it doesn't really feel like it's been 7 years. Well guys, that about wraps it up. Thanks so much for watching our weekly Apple news recap video. This has been Michael with Apple Informed.